Alright, so I'm out here today getting ready to transition into the spring garden time here. We have got a lot we've cleaned out. We've cleaned out and harvested quite a bit over the fall, winter time here, and I have gotten the garden all cleaned up, ready to go. Let me show you exactly what I do to plan our garden and where I'm going to put what in the garden. So let me show you my little process as I go each year, and this is usually how I do it. Pretty simple, nothing technical here, you know. So let me get out there in the garden and show you what I've got going so far. Okay, so as you can see, I've got the garden all cleaned up here. I've removed the weed fabric that we had from the previous year. I have tilled it. I know tilling is very controversial for us, but for a lot of people out there. But here we have, let me show you why I do that exactly. A lot of people say that tilling kills your soil, it kills the biology in the soil. Well, I grow pretty good vegetables in our dead soil, but over here in this area, I didn't get in the corner here because I have some Brussels sprouts still growing, so I left those there and tilled around them. But if you look closely here, this is our soil. In all reality, this is hard clay soil. Yes, I amend this every year. We've probably been growing out here in this garden for 8+ years now, and you know, a lot of people comment your soil looks so good, but in reality it is got a lot of clay in here. No matter how much we amend the soil over the years, you know, the organic matter does break down, and the garden will revert back to its original state. So you have to keep on adding plenty of organic matter, but nonetheless we still have a very hard soil. If we do not till it, then I'm going to be planting and this hard stuff here, and the plants are not going to grow, the roots will not grow in that kind of soil there. So we have to loosen it up. That's why I till it. I've done there's a lot of different ways to garden. You know, find the way that works best for you, and wish you much success with that. But that's how we do it here. So I've got my rows laid out, as you can see here, and you can see I've left a few plants. We got some Brussels sprouts and some more Brussels sprouts over here growing. Let me just show you real quick what those look like. Brussels sprouts do take quite a bit of time to grow. I actually have not watered the garden at all this winter, just whatever has naturally fell. And if you look in there, you can see Brussels sprouts are growing in there ever so slowly, but they are there. So I'm going to leave these here and let them get a little bit larger. And there's some more over here in this one. This is a purple variety Brussels sprout. The first time I've grown this one, and you can see it does also have some Brussels sprouts on there. So we got a few more plants here. So our Brussels sprouts are still producing. That's why I left them. Try not to disturb them too much. And then I did leave this one little area of Swiss chard. I harvested the rest of it. And so that's what we have left from, this is probably planted back in October, all that stuff. So anyways, now what we have left here is, I just planted, I'm a little bit behind from where I normally plant in our area. I'm in zone 8A, if you're not aware of that. I try to put that in the videos here or in the description usually. But we got 2 rows of onions. I bought these here local nursery at Covington's. We usually go there quite often. They actually had buy one bundle, get 2 free. So I've got 3 varieties here. I didn't use the whole bundle. I'm going to give some of the rest of them away. But as you can see, we've got the yellow onion, a red onion, and some white onions in the bags. And then here I just got done planting our potatoes. I got 2 rows of potatoes here, a Yukon Gold and a red potato planted, and we'll let those go. So those are planted. If you want to learn more about onions or potatoes, check out my previous videos on that. We've got quite a bit. There's a video on potatoes and onions each that have quite a bit of information on how I grow them and harvest them and so on. So highly recommend you check that out. But so since we've got the garden laid out here, I do a simple sketch on a piece of paper here. As you can see, I got my 2 rows of onions on the left, 2 rows of potatoes, and then I try to plan out what I'm going to plant in the rest of the rows here. We've got 11 rows we made this year, and so I try to, you know, space them out and figure out, you know, what plant grows and how they grow. And you know, summer squash, they're going to take up quite a bit of space, so I'm not sure if I'm going to leave that there or not. Maybe move that around. Green beans, I'll plant some more lettuce here pretty soon. We're going to have a row of peppers, different varieties of peppers. And on this end row, I think I'm going to put it on the end this year. We're going to put a trellis up here so the cucumbers, I want to grow quite a few cucumbers this year. I want to do some pickling, so we're going to do some cucumbers, and then maybe some sugar snap peas on the end there. Maybe a little late to plant those. Usually a cooler crop for that. I wanted to come down here and show y'all also. I got the garlic you saw me plant a while back here. These are actually store-bought garlic. That's the first time I've ever done this, and I just want to show y'all that about 50% of it actually came up. Usually have a much higher success rate planting anything, especially the garlic, but that's why I highly recommend you buy a seed variety of vegetables, seed potatoes, seed garlic, because the chance of them not coming up is much, well, 50% chance of coming up. As you can see here, I got over here, you can see all the holes here. I got some weeds growing through them. I got to clear it out. About all this garlic did not sprout from the grocery store garlic. So as you can see, about 50% of it grew. We do have some going here. So I think we got the this is the elephant garlic, a few of those, and another variety, I don't remember which now. And then I gotta get out here and clean out some weeds in our asparagus bed. Asparagus, we need to get that cleaned out and put some new mulch on top of that as well. And over here, I'm gonna kind of rework this bed this year and make more herb garden and see how that works. We got a lot of weeds out here. I do have a few herbs out here right now. Got some oregano here. Smells great. And then this is I get the two confused, garlic chives. I think these are the garlic chives, and then there's the onion chives, but these are the garlic chives, I do believe, here, that regrow. Just they stay alive all winter. So I'm gonna get this bed cleaned out and plant some more herbs throughout here. Probably mostly perennial herbs that we can just plant it and forget it type of thing. So there is a little bit of that on our vegetable garden. If you noticed, I have just started adding some of the weed fabric here. Let me explain that if you are new to me. You've probably seen the past few years I have done this, and it's very successful for us. Weed-free maintenance garden here, and what I usually use is this stuff here. I usually buy it at Sam's, and Sam's did not carry it this year. Very big disappointment. The Sam's one is usually a 4-foot roll. This is a 3-foot roll here, and then I buy some extra garden staples here to tack it down in the ground. And there's another video out there you can check out that I've done explaining that in more in detail. But the main reason, once again, is for you know, time. And we were both working a lot of hours during the week. Come home, we spend time with our son. So we got to set this garden up for success for us. And the best way to do that here for us is tilling, and we got a water system in place. And then we put the weed fabric down, which, you know, a lot of people say this is going to heat up the soil and kill plants or whatever. I haven't had any experience with that whatsoever, especially in our hot summer months here in Texas. So this weed fabric is very helpful for us. And, you know, it is very simple to do. And once it's down, you know, you just plant it inside of it. Take a little blowtorch and torch a little hole and plant your plants, plant your seeds, or whatever you're planting. So that is how we're going to do that. Highly recommend you think about some way to, you know, utilize your time and, you know, see what's the best way to grow your garden. Over here, I still got the old fabric down from before. Once I harvest these Brussels sprouts and clear this out, we'll get this bed over here, probably be our tomatoes that we'll put out here. So alright, Alright, so as you can see, we're underway here in our getting ready for the spring here, early spring for us, and there's a lot of different ways to grow your vegetable garden. I just challenge you to get out there and try something, you know, to find a way that works for you based on how much time you have to get out there. As you can see, we don't have a lot of time out here. Usually during the week, I am not out here in the garden messing around with it. A lot of people I find try to mess around with the garden and fix things, quote fix, you know, this to find a problem. You may bug eating a leaf or a vegetable or whatever. I find that the less you mess with your garden, the better. I'm only out here usually during the week harvesting stuff for dinner or whatever, and in the weekend we are out here, you know, planting or doing something like that. So we're not out here very much messing with it, and you know, it's its own little ecosystem. Usually what I find, we got good bugs and bad bugs, and they usually work themselves out pretty well. So thanks for watching. Hope you like this video, and stay tuned for more as we get our gardening season underway here. And I'm in Dallas, Texas, Zone 8A, if you're not aware of that just yet. Check out my previous videos on more details about, you know, planting onions or potatoes, or more about this landscape fabric that we use. They're not all equal, so I highly recommend you check out that video to explain the differences. So make it a great day.